Here's a quick secret for removing wood on a flat belly. You take a more aggressive file. Here I've got my double cut bastard going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to evenly take off wood down the entire limb to within like the last, 5 or 6 inches of the tip there. And what it'll do, as I mentioned before, it'll roughen it up. Now, if you're dealing with a stave type bow or a thicker wood or something like that, you could do this with like a rasp. Go over it with a rasp, and then come back with a finer file, and where it's rough, you just take that rough spot out now with a finer file, and you're back to smooth. All right, and so what this does is it makes it very systematic in the way that you're removing wood. You go rough, smooth, rough, smooth. Now you know you're taking it off evenly down the length of your limb. So when I'm working down my belly, you guys, I love to use these two tools in combination. So I'm taking off material with my scraper, and then come back after that removal with my handy file here and smooth that section out with the handy file. And what this does is kind of takes any kind of washboarding effect that you may get in the use of your scraper, and it keeps everything really smooth and even. So every time I do a removal with this, I follow it up with this. I'm going to start this process, guys, with my half-round double cut bastard file. It actually has a pretty aggressive file to it, I guess. I don't know. Bite cut. It's a double cut, so it's pretty aggressive, and you want to work the flat side of the file against these corners. But I'm looking to just knock these corners off with an aggressive tool to start. And truthfully, guys, I say aggressive, but I mean, look at the file. It's not. We're not talking a rasp here. We're just talking a double cut bastard file. And guys, I've got. I'll put a link to this particular file in my in the description of the video, so you can pick one up if you would like. I love this particular file, not only for this sort of purpose, but then also working in the fades of my risers, because it's just aggressive enough to make changes to the shape, but not so much that it's going to cause any damage. And you can see all the dust that I am kicking up there, sawdust, and onto the then the handy file, which is a very smooth cut. This too, I'll put a link in the description below. This is a good finishing file right here. I'll actually use this file, the single cut side, to go back over what I take off with the scraper when I'm doing belly work, so I can make sure that I'm not leaving waterboard, a little waterboard finish in the, or washboard finish, I guess, with the scraper. So here we go. Getting those edges really nice and smooth. And with this, I'm just trying to round it back over to flat right here. And so where I had these kind of sharp corners hitting this edge. You can probably even see it from where we're at with this now. Hold on, I'm going to pick this up. So those grain pieces that were coming up to points are now blunted a little bit. And that's the idea. So that they're not going to lift on a sharp edge. Like there's going to have to be more stress induced to get it to lift a rounded edge than a sharp corner. And that's what we're trying to do here. All right.